Hi Chris, hi guys, nice to meet you. Here are my thoughts about XIDD. I have to say I really like it. I knew IDD already since 2015 and I guess Chris, I know you longer than 2015 and I liked it from the very beginning, and now Chris came up with XIDD, which I really like a lot. I still came up with a different handling, but I will give you the reasons in a moment. Let me explain why I think XIDD is so strong. It is one of the very few routines where you can do a sort of straight mind reading. It means somebody thinks of something, a drawing only mentally. You make a drawing, you put it on the table or you put it away. He does the drawing he was thinking of and the two drawings match. I think this is very straight, very strong. Normally you can't do that. Normally somebody has to do a drawing, you have to peek it and then you can read his mind. But here you go first, and this is what I really like. You read a mind, really only mind reading. You make a drawing, you put it away, and now your spectator makes the drawing and then the two drawings match. And I think this is very, very strong because it is so straight. It is not a prediction. I don't like predictions so very much. So even this is really great. And because it is mind reading. You read the mind, you draw, he draws, match. Perfect. About the method, if I see it abstract, of course, we have like, let's say 24 of outs, because this is very clever, that maybe if somebody is asked to draw something simple, it will diminish to maybe 24, 25 possibilities. And even this, Chris was thinking of that, just change in your mind what you want to draw, change again, and you still have a chance to hit, even if finally the spectator comes up with a drawing you are not prepared for. It doesn't matter, but probably he was thinking of something before which you have, so it's great. The outs are there. So if I think abstract about it, of course you could use an index, 24 drawings, and you pretend to make a drawing on a billet and you fold it, and once you see what the spectator has done, you just get the right billet out of your pocket, you do a billet switch and you have the same. I prefer the approach of Chris because it is, I would call, or Simon Aronson would have called it like that, an open index, because the index is in your hand, and that's very clever. It's no pocket work, nothing. So what I did not like so much, but this is a personal thing, and I know I'm not the only one, because I read in the Magic Cafe what Drew was writing, and he put a smile on my face because I had the same feeling. The feeling is, it is for my taste a bit too much cardistry. It is like, you know, you make a drawing, you have two stack of business cards and you have to put your drawing inside your stack of business cards, and then you have to get it out again. I read about the idea of John Archer, which I like you stay back to back and you both make a drawing and then you put it in your stack and then you see that they're matched. But even this reminds me more of a card trick, a good card trick. If you, for example, would use a marked deck, apart that it's unprepared, and you give it to a spectator, and I use a invisible deck, we can stay back to back, and I could tell the spectator, or just think of any playing card, take the playing card out, turn it face down, put it somewhere in the middle of your deck, put the deck back in the box, and so we can do anything, and just turn around and I pretend to do the same, and then we stay face to face, and I say, okay, we both have taken a card, we turned it face down, put it back in the deck, and we did it at the same time, and I tried to read your mind. So then you ask your spectator to take the deck out and to spread the cards between his hands face up. So there will be only one face down card, that is his card. And due to the fact that the cards are marked, you see, okay, it is this card. But for your audience, you don't know anything because you just were thinking of a card, takes the card out, puts it face down, and so on. But you, because it's a mark deck, you know which card he turned face down, and then you know how to remove the invisible deck from your box and how to handle it, and to show that you have one, of course, also one card face down in your deck, and then you both turn the card over, and there's the same cards. It reminds me a little bit of this, and I wanted to get rid of too much cardistry handling, and this is my handling of XIDD. It is still the same concept, it is the same approach Chris was going, which I think is great. It's just a different handling, and technically it's a bit different. And I explain you how I set up my stack of business cards. So I have basically no rough and smooth. I have, and show it very clear, I have like 18 which are really blank. The 10s from the bottom, it's not really important, is I cut the corners. It is not necessary, but I think it makes it easier. You have not to do it. So it's like the 10s, and then I have 9 more. And then I have one with a little dot here and here, because now I have my 24 drawings here. And I just call them A, B, C, D, E, and so on. So I really have 24 drawings here. So like 10 here, a short card, corner short, 10 again, one little dots here, and then I have my 24 drawings. So, and this is my handling, because I try to avoid that after I made my drawing that I have to put the card back in my stack. I really don't like that, because I want to have distance, and this is what I do. Of course, I explain to the spectator that I'm trying to read his mind, and that in a moment I will ask him to think of a simple drawing, and I try to read his mind. And I will try even to draw his thought, and I will ask him later to do a drawing of his mental picture too. And I use we use my business cards for it and a pen. And I feel that it is nothing special, nothing unusual probably, that you have a stack of business cards, but I like to make a little joke, like saying I always carry a bigger stack of business cards with me around, but recently I just found out that I haven't given away many. I don't know why. If you got an idea why, don't tell me, because I don't want to lose my self-confidence. So it puts a smile in their face, and I will tell the spectator in a moment to make a drawing, and I will give him a few business cards, because in case he's not satisfied with his artwork, then he might try a second time or a third time. So this gives a reason why I give him more than one business card. And I will do the same, and while I talk, I take any business card, I make a drawing, and if I'm not satisfied, probably I will do a different one. And now I just go until I go to my mark, and I just take one of my business cards out. I just do it because I want that they see many blank faces. There is no need for rough and smooth, because now they have seen almost 24 of blank business cards. And once I put one card here, I just put this underneath, because that means now I have a blank card here followed by my 24 pictures. So this I put away, and I asked the spectator to think of a drawing, to change his mind again, and now to stay with it. And now I take a pencil or a Sharpie, probably better, and I just pretend to make a drawing, and then I put my card down and I say, no, I think that's not what you're thinking. Let me try again. So now exactly that happens, what I was saying before. That is, say, in case you're not satisfied with your drawing, you can do a second or a third try. And so what I actually do is nothing here. I just put this card back in the top third, so it is amongst all the blanks. Even if you use the shortcut, you even could riffle here and you would feel it, and then you just put it here and they say, okay, I want to try again, and now they see again a blank card. And now I do my drawing and I say, I think it's okay. So I committed myself. This is the great thing about Chris' routine, that you go first. You commit yourself, and until now your spectator was only thinking. So now I have a nice distance, because this is the stack of business cards, and this is supposed to be the drawing I made. Actually, of course, there's nothing. And now the spectator will do his drawing, and I ask him to put his drawing face down, that I can see it on the table. So at a certain point now, I would say to build suspense. Okay, I committed myself. I'm not sure if I really caught your face. What did you draw? And now I see what he did, and it makes sense that it puts a smile on your face. Oh, that's good. It's also good because, and now I say, because the drawing I made before, and now I just take the stack. It's a blank card again, and now I've seen, let's see, this is drawing G, and I go now until I find G. It's this drawing, and this goes here, and I just cut my stack and I say, because now G is on top, this is his drawing, the drawing which is similar to this, and I said, because, you know, first I made this one. And that, I think, would be totally wrong, and I'm happy that I changed my mind. So this is still my drawing. And now all I do is, it is so simple, I just get a little break here while I talk. This is the top card with the G. And now it looks like that I'm going to show him my drawing. It's still separated. But now for a moment, this is like an action in transition. I just put this on top, I say, because the only thing is, and then I point to his, that gives me a reason to free my hand. The only thing, this cringe down here, when you were mentally drawing what you were drawing right now, you didn't do that, right? So you will find always something the spectator will agree with, say, yes, I made this up right now. When I was thinking of my drawing, I didn't do this. This is why. And now I just go back here, and now these two cards are together. I don't want, of course, I could do something like a card handler, but I simply don't do this because I have the break here. All I do is I just turn it over like this. It is the most simple double lift. So I turn it over, say, then you see I think I'm quite right. You neck it a little bit, and then because you show it and then you take it and say, I think it is quite similar. And then he can take both if you want. If you take his and you do like this, then you're even clean. There's nothing to see. Setup is done. It takes a few seconds and your stack is set up again. And this is my approach. I think it's different. I don't say it's better, but I like it better. I feel more comfortable when I do it. Hope you like it. Sweet dreams. Thank you. This is Jan Forster from Germany.